attitude of the Paradise deities. The finite understanding and creature appreciation of the Father's primacy is concerned in the adventure of a Creator Son when he condescends to take upon himself the form and experiences of his creatures. These primary Paradise Sons are the real revealers of the Father's loving nature and beneficent authority. The same Father who, in association with the Son and the Spirit, is the universal head of all power, personality, and government throughout all the universal realms. 4. The Michael Bestowals. There are 7 groups of bestowal Creator Sons, and they are so classified in accordance with the number of times they have bestowed themselves upon the creatures of their realms. They range from the initial experience up through 5 additional spheres of progressive bestowal until they attain the 7th and final episode of creature-creator experience. Avonal bestowals are always in the likeness of mortal flesh, but the 7 bestowals of a Creator Son involve his appearing on 7 creature levels of being, and pertain to the revelation of the 7 primary expressions of the will and nature of deity. Without exception, all Creator Sons pass through this 7 times giving of themselves to their created children, before they assume settled and supreme jurisdiction over the universes of their own creation. Though these 7 bestowals vary in the different sectors and universes, they always embrace the mortal bestowal adventure. In the final bestowal, a Creator Son appears as a member of one of the higher mortal races on some inhabited world, usually as a member of that racial group which contains the largest hereditary legacy of the Adamic stock which has previously been imported to upstep the physical status of the animal origin peoples. Only once in his 7-fold career as a bestowal son is a Paradise Michael born of woman, as you have the record of the Babe of Bethlehem. Only once does he live and die as a member of the lowest order of evolutionary will creatures. After each of his bestowals, a Creator Son proceeds to the right hand of the Father, there to gain the Father's acceptance of the bestowal, and to receive instruction preparatory to the next episode of universe service. Following the 7th and final bestowal, a Creator Son receives from the Universal Father supreme authority and jurisdiction over his universe. It is of record that the Divine Son of last appearance on your planet was a Paradise Creator Son who had completed 6 phases of his bestowal career. Consequently, when he gave up the conscious grasp of the incarnated life on Urantia, he could and did truly say, "It is finished." It was literally finished. His death on Urantia completed his bestowal career. It was the last step in fulfilling the sacred oath of a Paradise Creator Son. And when this experience has been acquired, such sons are supreme universe sovereigns. No longer do they rule as vicegerents of the Father, but in their own right and name as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. With certain stated exceptions, these 7-fold bestowal sons are unqualifiedly supreme in the universes of their abode. Concerning this local universe, all power in heaven and on earth was relegated to this triumphant and enthroned Master Son. Creator Sons, subsequent to the completion of their bestowal careers, are reckoned as a separate order, 7-fold Master Sons. In person, the Master Sons are identical with the Creator Sons, but they have undergone such a unique bestowal experience that they are commonly regarded as a separate order. When a Creator deigns to effect a bestowal, a real and permanent change is destined to take place. True, the bestowal Son is still and nonetheless a Creator, but he has added to his nature the experience of a creature, which forever removes him from the divine level of a Creator Son and elevates him to the experiential plane of a Master Son, one who has fully earned the right to rule a universe and administer its worlds. Such beings embody all that can be secured from divine parentage and embrace everything to be derived from perfected creature experience. Why should man bemoan his lowly origin and enforced evolutionary career when the very gods must pass through an equivalent experience before they are accounted experientially worthy and competent, finally and fully, to rule over their universe domains? 5. Relation of Master Sons to the universe. The power of a Master Michael is unlimited because derived from experienced association with the Paradise Trinity, is unquestioned because derived from actual experience as the very creatures subject to such authority. The nature of the sovereignty of a sevenfold Creator Son is supreme because it 1. Embraces the sevenfold viewpoint of Paradise Deity. 2. Embodies a sevenfold attitude of time-space creatures. 3. Perfectly synthesizes Paradise attitude and creature viewpoint. This experiential sovereignty is thus all-inclusive of the divinity of God the Sevenfold, culminating in the Supreme Being. And the personal sovereignty of a sevenfold Son is like the future sovereignty of the sometime-to-be-completed Supreme Being, embracing as it does the fullest possible content of the power and authority of the Paradise Trinity, manifestable within the time-space limits concerned. With the achievement of supreme local universe sovereignty, there passes from a Michael Son the power and opportunity to create entirely new types of creature beings during the present universe age. But a Master Son's loss of power to originate entirely new orders of beings in no way interferes with the work of life elaboration already established and in process of unfoldment. This vast program of universe evolution goes on without interruption or curtailment. The acquirement of supreme sovereignty by a Master Son implies the responsibility of personal devotion to the fostering and the administering of that which has already been designed and created, and of that which will subsequently be produced by those who have been thus designed and created. In time there may develop an almost endless evolution of diverse beings, but no entirely new pattern or type of intelligent creature will henceforth take direct origin from a Master Son. This is the first step, the beginning of a settled administration in any local universe. The elevation of a sevenfold bestowal Son to the unquestioned sovereignty of his universe means the beginning of the end of age-long uncertainty and relative confusion. Subsequent to this event, that which cannot be sometime spiritualized will eventually be disorganized. That which cannot be sometime coordinated with cosmic reality will eventually be destroyed. When the provisions of endless mercy and nameless patience have been exhausted in an effort to win the loyalty and devotion of the will creatures of the realms, justice and righteousness will prevail. That which mercy cannot rehabilitate, justice will eventually annihilate. The Master Michaels are supreme in their own local universes when once they have been installed as sovereign rulers. The few limitations upon their rule are those inherent in the cosmic pre-existence of certain forces and personalities. Otherwise, these Master Sons are supreme in authority, responsibility, and administrative power in their respective universes. They are, as creators and gods, supreme in virtually all things. There is no penetration beyond their wisdom regarding the functioning of a given universe. After his elevation to settled sovereignty in a local universe, a Paradise Michael is in full control of all other sons of God functioning in his domain, and he may freely rule in accordance with his concept of the needs of his realms. A Master Son may at will vary the order of the spiritual adjudication and evolutionary adjustment of the inhabited planets. And such sons do make and carry out the plans of their own choosing in all matters of special planetary needs, in particular regarding the worlds of their creature sojourn, and still more concerning the realm of terminal bestowal, the planet of incarnation in the likeness of mortal flesh. The Master Sons seem to be in perfect communication with their bestowal worlds, not only the worlds of their personal sojourn, but all worlds whereon a magisterial Son has bestowed himself. This contact is maintained by their own spiritual presence, the Spirit of Truth, which they are able to pour out upon all flesh. These Master Sons also maintain an unbroken connection with the Eternal Mother Sun at the center of all things. They possess a sympathetic reach which extends from the Universal Father on high to the lowly races of planetary life in the realms of time. 6. Destiny of the Master Michaels. No one may with finality of authority presume to discuss either the natures or the destinies of the sevenfold Master Sovereigns of the local universes. Nevertheless, we all